Happy Wednesday. It's the Jam Nation podcast with Jonesy and Amanda. Today it's HSC Day.
Oh, the HSC is kicking off today. Good
That's
luck.
where old people like us be patronising with things like, don't worry about it, mate. You'll be all right.
Well, you did so well in yours.
I didn't even do it. I left
know.
school in year 10.
That's how well
I was
you did.
lucky to finish
and
that.
fair enough too. And everyone, all us grown-ups say, don't worry, it doesn't matter. But it's a stressful
matter.
time and we're feeling for you.
Also, the Tribal Drummers beating for... This is something that came on the back of a Time magazine article.
Yes, even though women's lives have changed and many women are now financially stable and et cetera, and relationships have changed, only 2% of straight women propose to men. Should we be seeing more Froposals, the female proposal?
Down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test today. G-strings. Do they pass the pub test?
It's being discussed in the UN as we speak. The Australian accent has been judged as being the most attractive in the world, judged by Americans. What are they thinking?
And the creator of the Teacher's Pet podcast, Hedley Thomas, will be joining us to talk about his new book. Enjoy the podcast.
Everybody
Right now, by the miracle of recording, we had so many requests for them to do it again.
Mistress Amanda.
Miss Keller. Amanda.
Doesn't work alone.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Her friend is in a back room making the tools of the trade.
I've heard them describe him as a drunken idiot.
Sorry, I've been drinking beer.
The legendary pirate Jonesy and Amanda the actress.
Hello, Wiggles. Congratulations, Mandy. We're on the radio right now.
What is it, you cunt-face?
Jonesy and Amanda, you're doing a great job.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself, you giant tool.
Now's the time to hear good radio.
Sorry, a bit of a tongue twist there.
Jonesy and Amanda are here.
It's showtime, a-holes. We're on the air.
Top of the morning to you, Mrs. Muntz, my little corporate dressed friend. Look at you today.
I've got a suit on today.
What's happening?
Nothing much.
Going to court?
No.
Funeral?
No.
New job?
No.
You just dress corporate?
I have. I've decided that I don't go out much. I do go out, but if I go out with friends and things, I don't wear suits and stuff. So
Okay.
I thought, I'm just going to make use of my clothes
Okay, good work.
because I've got a whole cupboard of stuff I don't get to wear.
I thought
I do have a
brooch?
A brooch. Do you know who this is? You know the iconography of this? You know who this is?
That's Kate Bush.
Yeah, it's a Wuthering Heights brooch.
You got Bush on your chest.
That's right.
Yeah. So no, none of those things.
None of those
You're not applying for the next round of SAS Australia?
As if I need to wear a suit. Maybe a lawsuit, as you say.
Please punch me fair in the face if I ever say I'm going to go on that show. Just punch me fair in the face.
Have you been watching it?
I watched it last night. It's crazy. Why would you do that show? That is the craziest show in the history
Well,
of
tell me
crazy shows.
more details.
Well, they had to go and crawl
Well, the
through
first night they were buried alive.
Yep.
And then what happened?
then they dug them up, and then they made them they got yelled in the face.
And then they had to run and stuff.
And then they got to clean the dunny, and there's no dunny.
I'd be happy to be set on fire and all that, but I just don't want to run.
Well, there's a bit of running. I had to run after a train.
Stop, my luggage is on.
I forgot my Opal card. And then last night they had to go into a series of tunnels
Is it
filled with
claustrophobia
water.
stuff?
Yeah.
See, I wouldn't like that.
And Peter Ball, the
runner.
runner, he got into the tunnel, but he was doing it wrong.
Did he go feet first or something?
He was upside down. So I had Middleton just yelling at him. Well, poor old Peter Ball's got all snot and stuff running out of his nose.
How do you go into a tunnel wrong?
You'll have to ask Peter Ball that. Yeah. I would have thought that it wouldn't be too.
Interesting, though, that all the, I read that Cocaine Cassie got out.
Yep.
So in the past series, we've had Chappelle Corby, Bryn Edelston, Cocaine Cassie, Roxy Jacenko. Mm-hmm. These girls are there as fodder. So they use these girls who don't have any physical strength to promote the show because they only last a week. So a whole lot of pre-promotion is to these girls and they go out first episode.
Yeah, but Cocaine Cassie did time in a Colombian jail. That's pretty hard time.
Well, that's right. I mean, I'm not saying they're weak women. I'm not saying that at all. But when you're competing against footballers who, do that stuff for fun.
Well, speaking of footballers, Jason Ackermanis, he left. He had a sore toe. And they couldn't release.
They didn't believe him, did they?
Didn't believe. And then Boyd Cordner, who we love, jumped from a pier to a helicopter rope and missed. He got it, but then he tore his pectoral muscle and he wanted to soldier on.
Oh, tearing a pec.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
You could see it flopping around. And he still wanted to soldier on.
And they said no.
No. If they had a soccer player, they would have cut their got a paper cut filling out the application form and not be able to go on at all. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah. Sure you're not going for a job today?
No, you
Are
scared?
you running a corporate? You're not going for a job at Qantas, are you?
No,
Run Qantas.
How about I run Qantas? Now, about those pretzels in the lounge.
Let's talk about that.
Important things.
Action-packed show today. Headley Thomas will be joining us.
He did the incredible podcast, Teacher's Pet, that has turned an actual murder cold case on its head. Amazing. He's now got a new book about it, and it sounds extraordinary.
Also, Instagram makes us return your chance to win cash. And if you would like to play the Magnificent Seven, we can't do anything till we do that.
Great prizes, an Aqua Day pass to Cable's Wake Park in Penrith, a double pass to Riverdance. You'd be good at it, Brendan, because you don't have to use your arms. What do Americans call petrol is question number 1.
Jam Nation. We have for you the Magnificent Seven. There are 7 questions. Can you go all the way and answer all 7 questions correctly? If you do that, Amanda will say.
Brendan, your agent's on the line. You've been offered SAS Australia.
Really?
You're in?
What
He's
as?
in.
No.
What as? As the girl who gets out the first step. That's the role you'll play. I said you'd do it.
Imagine if you were my agent.
What as?
Imagine if you were my agent.
Yeah. Nah. Was he going to be nude on stage? All right, I'll agree to that one because people will laugh.
Is there any call from Tipping Point?
Let me just check. Nah, mate. You got to watch it first.
Paul is in Wentworthville.
Hello, Paul.
Good morning, Amanda.
Hello. Question number 1.
Hello, Paul. How are you?
Good morning, Jonesy.
He's very sensitive
No,
today,
not sensitive at all.
because he
I'm just,
didn't get the call up for SAS Australia.
Yeah.
He wants to tear his own pecs
I
and
don't
bury
want the
himself
call.
alive.
I don't want the call up to SAS Australia.
In his
please.
audition, he set himself on fire.
It's curious. The guy, the cave diver man, I've forgotten his name.
Well,
he's on
man,
the show.
Yeah, he rescued the boys trapped in the Thai cave.
How are they going to grill him?
Yeah.
Well, you do-gooder, saving those kids. How are they going to... He's
scared of going underwater? No, actually, I'm not.
Actually, I could do this all day. This is
Yeah.
my lounge room.
Yeah, he's on there, I assume, I haven't watched it, I'm sure that's the appeal, to test your own endurance.
It is. People like Merrick Watts love that stuff. All their toenails fall off and they run
Do you
around
like
Sydney
all
with a
that? Do you look
backpack.
at that and think I could do it? I'd like to.
No.
Meaning the endurance side of it? No. How about you, Paul? Do you like to test your own endurance?
No, not really.
No, I couldn't give a rat's about my own endurance. I gave up on that years ago.
Amanda doesn't even like to sweat.
No, that's right. I sack myself when I sweat. Paul, question 1. What do Americans call petrol?
Gasoline.
Yes, they do.
What shape is produced by bees when constructing a honeycomb?
What do you call that shape?
Hexagon.
Yes, it is. Let's play AI Who Am I?
AI, who am I? Computer says,
no idea.
Look, this is the beautiful world of AI. This is an AI version of Elmo singing which song?
Paul?
Oh, I'm going to bomb out.
Paul?
The song that Elmo is singing there stops just sort of saying the title, doesn't it?
Yeah. Do you want to hear it again?
Yeah.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast.
The Magnificent Seven. Where we at, baby?
We're at question number 3, which is AI Who Am I?
AI, who am I?
It's a quirky one.
No idea.
It's going to Jeanette in Glenmore Park. Hello, Jeanette.
Hello, Amanda. Hi, Jonesy.
Jeanette.
Are you outside? Can I hear cicadas or am I imagining it?
Oh, that's the birds. Yes,
Oh, there
I
you
am
go.
outside.
Nice. Now, this is quirky. It's an AI version of Elmo singing which song? Over to you.
That would be Thunderstruck.
Thunderstruck, sung by Elmo, of course.
I'd like to see Elmo on SAS Australia.
He'd be pulling his strings.
How would he go in the tunnel full of water? Because he's spongy.
Okay. I think he'd be all right.
Why? What do you mean?
Question 4.
Come on, you muppet.
This is multiple choice. What operating system do Samsung phones use, Jeanette? A, Mechanoid. B, Android. C, Samdroid.
It would be B.
Android.
That's right. The others are fools.
Measured by Guinness World Records, the shortest dog in the world was what breed, Jeanette?
Oh, is it a Dachshund?
No, that's long. Dachshund.
No, shortest. Do we mean tall?
Short.
Do we mean height though, not length?
I'd just say small. Small
Yeah,
dog.
but Dachshunds are long, but low to the ground. I think this is low to the ground.
Yeah, but in all aspects.
Well, no, we're saying short, not small.
Well, it's bloody small, okay? Let's just say small dog.
Graham, bloody small. How are you, Graham?
Good, Amanda. How are you?
Very well. Measured by Guinness World Records, what's the shortest dog in the world? What's the breed?
I'm going to say Chihuahua.
Yeah, and the shortest one in particular was Pearl. Pearl measures, she's 9 centimetres tall, 10 centimetres long. I've seen a picture of Pearl. Yeah. She's shorter than a drinking bottle, soft as a downy chick, and there's a shot of her just peering over the top of a dollar bill.
Wow.
With big googly eyes.
I shouldn't get you to do dimensions. Remember you thought you were only 3 foot tall?
I did when I had to fill out form for my hip replacement, and they said, "What's your height?" Weight, I know in the modern scale.
Oh, everyone knows that.
But I couldn't work it out, and I said that I was 5 foot. I said I was 3'5". Yeah. And the lady who took my form and said, "I don't think that's right."
That's not right. When you are feeling as though you've lived through the present situation before, it's known as experiencing what, Graham?
Deja vu.
That's it. This brings you to question 7. What season of The Crown was announced yesterday? This is going to be the last one, and it's going to end, I think, when Diana starts going out with Dodie. I think they're going to end before
the crash.
Before all of that. But what season number is that?
I'm guessing 3.
No. Oh, we're way past 3.
Man, I'm still on season 1 where they're pulling out his lung in Buckingham Palace.
I love the historical. It's all historical, but I stopped watching in the Diana years. It still feels too raw for me.
Back on it. Sharon's in Blaxland.
Hi, Sharon.
Hi.
Hello, you can win it all here. What season of The Crown was announced yesterday?
Season 6.
Season 6.
Congratulations to you, Sharon. You've won the Jam Pack. Inside, you'll find an Aqua Day Pass to Cable's Wake Park and Aqua Park Penrith, the most fun you can have in and on the water. A double pass to Riverdance, touring Sydney, April 13 and 14. Tickets on sale now through Ticketek if you haven't got them. Jonesy and Amanda Carriage to choose for the colour and some Stater pencils. Anything you'd like to add to this, Sharon?
Thanks a lot. It's made my day.
Oh, good on you, Sharon. Thank you.
Super dupes.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Top of the morning. What's on the menu today, good sir?
Some sort of shenanigans.
All right, I'm going to flick through the Jalmanac, our big book of musical facts. On this day in 1980, the Police released their track "Do-Do-Do-Do."
Da-da-da-da.
Oh, Brendan's no need to show off. I can never remember how the rest of the lyrics go. Sting said he wrote the song.
Yes. All-night session, was it?
Well, he became interested in songs with nonsensical lyrics. Do-I-did-did-dee. Tutti Frutti. Didn't you say what Tutti Frutti
Yeah,
be?
Tutti Frutti's about,
homosexual sex, wasn't it?
No, don't just say it like that.
But it was, wasn't it?
No,
So it wasn't just a nonsensical
It wasn't
lyric.
necessarily homosexual. It was...
Oh, all kinds.
It was not all kinds. It
Country and Western. And
us beating around the bush here is making it sound worse. And it was about that part of the act, which was, but not necessarily between men.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Between man and woman.
Right. So it's about sex.
Yeah, of course it's about sex. Everything's about sex.
Do-Do-Ron-Ron, was that another one?
That's about sex.
Well, he wanted to find out why these songs worked, so he wrote one of his own. I never knew this. The song is about the way politicians, priests, entertainers and others in power use words to manipulate people. Sting called it an articulate song about being inarticulate. Good on you, Sting. Police tried to remix the song in 1986 when they reunited to create new versions of their old songs. The sessions ended in disaster and the remix was never released because they couldn't remember the lyrics.
Sting was saying, hey, we've got a lyric sheet.
Is this about sex? Here it is. And please enjoy.
Jam Nation.
The lighting of the Opera House is always mired in controversy. Whenever we do it, you think of the Everest. Remember all the hoo-ha about the Everest? You lit up the Opera House then.
For a commercial enterprise.
Or then again, not lighting it up. For example, King Charles's coronation. And now lighting it up in support of Israel. But at the same time telling Jewish people to keep away from the Opera House because pro-Palestinian demonstrators are going to be protesting the fact that they've done it in the colours of the Israeli flag on the Opera House.
Yeah.
So we're in Australia still, aren't we? We're not in the Middle East. just making sure of that. A young lady got whacked in the head by a cracker in Punch Bowl. According to this guy, it was okay.
A little bit of a celebration, a bit of fireworks, a bit of flags, just a little bit of celebration for what's happened overseas. This is our area. We know what the people like. We know what they want. We know fireworks is not big. It's not Vaucluse. We can do fireworks here. You know what I mean?
So in the newspaper today, there's a lot of reaction about what the Palestinian supporters are doing. And these are from people that have immigrated to Australia. I like these are just extracts of some of the letters. Freedom of speech is to be respected, but it is inexcusable that the state government and our police allow these scenes to occupy the streets of Sydney. Our tolerance is allowing Australian society standards and values to be trashed by people who disrespect the very country that they live in. Surely we are Australian first and foremost. We are, aren't we? We're still in Australia. I support free speech, but this is beyond the pale. This country gives those people freedom to express themselves, but they abuse the privilege by their support for atrocities committed by this murderous bunch of misfits. And this one here is probably the most pertinent. The stupidity of some people is truly astonishing. It doesn't matter what side you support, whether Palestinian or Israel, but you have no right to go around trashing and vandalising property and making people live in fear. My parents left Iran over 30 years ago, came to Australia to give their kids a better life. Don't turn our beautiful country into the Middle East. That's it. Leave your stuff at home. We're not Palestine. We're not Israel. We're Australia.
Jonesy and Amanda's Jam Nation
Podcast.
As much as we tell people and kids, hey, it's only an exam, it doesn't matter. And you know that as you get older. But you can't take the stress away from kids who are going through the HSC. It starts today, and I feel for you all, and I feel for your families. It's such a big deal. I still remember walking across the oval towards the school on the day of my HSC, the first day of the HSC. It had loomed so large in my life that I still feel that when I read about the HSC starting.
But you did very well. You got 496 out of 500.
Every year you bump it up, and I appreciate it.
It was 496, wasn't it?
I don't know.
You and that microsurgeon.
And look, where's he now?
He's stitching some kid's hand back on.
And look at me doing poo jokes.
And look at you. And I remember my HSC.
You didn't do one. No. And that's okay too. But today, no matter how many adults say to you, don't worry, I know you're going to, and it's tough. Have
you got any tips?
No, there aren't any. Just get through it because there is life on the other side. Good, bad and ugly. No matter what happens, it's going to be stressful. Try and take care of yourself. Look after your mental health. It's actually going to be okay. I see a whole lot of kids apparently being offered, but there's backyard job, people trying to buy them Ritalin for kids to get through the HSC. $2 a pill. Do you want to get some Ritalin? These psychostimulants that they say that that they've been flooded with offers to buy Ritalin to help them cram for the HSC.
Yeah. What does Ritalin actually do?
It helps you focus. It helps you focus and stay awake, I guess. But I guess it's more for focusing. What I find really hard for everyone, it's the English paper number 1 today, amongst other things, is you have to do it all by hand. So these are these students who, by now, all these students, their whole lives, particularly their high school lives, assignments are handed in via computer. You do all your English homework, everything pretty much except for maths, I'm imagining, is handed in on computer. And suddenly you go for the biggest exam of your life, and it's handwritten. I remember the kids being instructed to squeeze those rubber balls to strengthen their wrists, because you also have to practice your handwriting. 3 hours of handwriting would hurt any of us these days. And, imagine trying to mark it.
Yeah.
So hard. But there's talking about maybe in a few years down the track introducing computers.
Computers as a course. Well, that's the thing. I look at my youngest son. He writes like a serial killer. He gets the pen in his hand. He's like... and engraves it on the thing. You're right, you're dying here.
No, not as a course, but being able to do your HSC on the computer.
Amanda gets very emotional because she got 496 and I didn't.
I've got something in my throat. I'm okay. Don't worry about me. Kids, go on without me. You're going to be okay. I'm going to chew on a rubber ball to see if it helps my throat.
Okay.
Like I did on the weekend at that club.
Okay.
I'm back now.
So in the future, now you've come back.
Let me just say, good luck, everybody.
Sure.
And in the future, we'll look back on how weird it was we made them do these exams by
All
hand.
I remember is you choking. Don't choke today, kids,
Don't
like
choke
Amanda.
today. Good
Don't
luck,
choke.
everyone.
Jam Nation.
We're doing a gram right now.
Who wants some free money?
Instant.
Coin cash.
Moolah.
I like the sound of that.
Jonesy and Amanda's
How good is this? 10 questions, 60 seconds on the clock. You can pass if you don't know an answer. We'll come back to that question if time permits. If you get all the questions right, you win $1,000.
Yeah, and then we say to you, hey, you know what? One more question. Do you want to double your money? But it's double or nothing.
We've not been good lately, have we?
I know, it hasn't gone off for a while. Let's see what we can do today.
Maybe it's Anne of Botany's time.
Hi, Anne.
Hi,
Hello.
Amanda. Hi, Jonesy.
Anne?
Let's see what we can do for you today. 10 questions, 60 seconds, as we always say. If you're not sure, say pass, because we usually have time to come back, okay?
Okay.
And let's try and get you some money today. Here we go. Question 1. How many sides does a triangle have?
3.
Question 2. What's a brontosaurus?
A dinosaur.
Question 3. On which holiday would you trick or treat?
Halloween.
Question 4. True or false? The colours blue and white make up the Facebook logo.
True.
Question 5. Which former royal is married to Meghan Markle?
Prince Harry.
Question 6. How many points is a regular basketball shot worth?
2.
Question 7. In which state is the Everest horse race held?
New South Wales.
Question 8. What does PPE stand for?
Pass.
Question 9. Jason Derulo is a host on which Australian TV show?
The Voice.
Question 10. In which country is the 2023 Cricket World Cup being held?
Pass.
What does PPE stand for?
Personal protective equipment.
Yes, and where's the World Cup being held? Cricket. Quick.
No.
So close. It's on
Where?
right now in India.
Just say India.
It's on as we speak.
In India.
India.
Oh, Anne, you did so well. You got so close.
You gave us excitement.
Oh, no. Oh, me too.
$100 to be getting on with. I'm sorry it's not more, Anne.
Oh, thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Oh, well, that was an adrenaline hit.
Gee, I thought she was going to do it. I thought it was going to happen.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
I was just reading an article about women proposing. And it's interesting as to why more women don't do it. This is an article in Time magazine. Of all the ways our worlds have changed in terms of relationships, in terms of gender, in terms of a whole lot of acceptance, only 2% of straight women propose to their partner. It's not much, is it?
2%?
Yeah, and as modern as women are, a big part of that is because of still holding on to the romantic ideal of what a proposal is. When you see all that stuff on Instagram, people really overdo it. And it puts a lot of pressure on guys, I'm sure, too. But that's the pressure to be swept off your feet. Have you seen that stuff where girls are blindfolded and they're led along and the blindfold comes off and they're standing in front of the opera house and there's rose petals everywhere and there's a "Will you marry me" sign.
Bunch of protesters out the front.
That's right, and flags are being ripped in half.
Great.
Thank you, yes. So that's what women still hold the ideal for, is that a man will propose to them.
Yeah.
There's a number of, I would still feel also that the trope is that if women asking, where is our relationship going? How serious are you about me? There's a thing that women are needy in relationships. Women are scared to ask those questions for not wanting to appear needy. So actually saying, will you marry me to a guy?
Because a guy will go,
it's the ultimate neediness.
A guy will just say, yeah, I'll be right back. And they run off to Darwin.
Well, no, apparently the majority of women who were asked about this article think that their male partners would be opposed to them proposing, but 93% of men who were asked said they would say yes if they were asked.
Oh.
But does it take your masculinity away if you don't get to do the asking?
They might call you a bit of a simp.
What's a simp?
A simp, a man with no balls.
Right.
Yeah.
But if you're waiting and waiting, that's not an attractive quality in a man either.
If a woman asked me to, I'm just thinking if I was a single guy.
Yeah. What would you say?
Well, it depends who the woman is.
Oh, yeah, but say it's someone you're going out with for starters.
Yeah,
okay. Like, I proposed to Harry Styles and got nothing.
I think I'd be a bit thrown by it.
Yeah, we're
because all
so
of a sudden you think, hang on, what?
We're so ingrained with these old ways of doing
so
things.
guys, I think guys have got to come round to it themselves.
Pink, remember she proposed to Carrie Hart all those years ago.
But they had so much trouble. She wrote so many songs about how much she hates him.
That's after they were married. Hate, love. Pat, stab, pat, stab, pat.
Now I'm going to get up on this trapeze and swing around.
Elizabeth Taylor proposed to her second husband. Judge Judy proposed to her second husband.
Really?
Yeah. Jennifer Hudson proposed to her husband, who's a WWE wrestler. Double E. I've added a few letters in there. Zsa Zsa Gabor proposed to all 9 of her husbands. So it has been done.
Yeah, well, it all worked. When you say 9 husbands.
Yeah, it worked the first time, and then she said it worked again and then again and again. Tribal Drum is beating for this. Tales of the Froposal.
The female proposal.
Female proposal. As a straight woman, have you proposed to a partner? I'd love to know. And how'd it go?
Jam Nation.
The Tribal Drum is beating Tales of the Froposal.
Yeah, the female proposal.
You look like the sort of woman who could initiate a proposal.
See, I think I would be, but I still, like so many women, have been brought up on the fantasy of a man getting down on one knee and proposing to you.
Also, I guess the stigma as well, if you propose, as you said, it makes you look needy, but also you're thinking, oh, well, the guy was never going to ask me, so I've got to ask him.
Yeah.
He's got to ask me.
Yeah.
That's man-woman stuff.
I think it is. No matter how modern we think we are, as this article says, only 2% of straight women propose to men.
Now, let's delve deeper. Charmaine is with us.
Hi, Charmaine.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Very
Great.
well. Did you propose?
I did.
Tell us about it.
Well, it was, we were pregnant with our third child, and I was watching movies with my girlfriend of her wedding, and I just went down home and I said, do you want to marry me? And, his response was, I'll have to think about it.
As a joke?
And that was after 11 years of being together. I think I sort of stunned him at the time, and, of course, the next morning he said yes, and a year later we were married.
Did you feel like you missed out somehow because he was so casual about it?
No, not really, because, I've been with him since we were 14, so we've been together 40 years, married 29, and so he was just always shy. He was not sort of one I probably would never have been married if I didn't ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you already had the commitment, and these days, legally, you're still entitled to stuff, so the
Guys
rules
are able
different.
to go on with this, and you're up to your third child.
Yeah, and imagine him saying, I have to think about it.
Think about that. What else are you going to do?
It's an ego hit, but I guess guys cope with this too, when the girls say, I have to think about it. Thank you, Charmaine.
Kelly's joined us.
Hi, Kelly. Did you propose?
Yeah, in a roundabout kind of way. I had a long-term relationship, and my partner's mother was dying, and we all went to the nursing home to say our goodbyes and whatnot, and I leant over and I said to her, goodbye, Pauline, and and don't worry, one day we will get married. And then unfortunately she passed away, and then we all went back to the house and making arrangements and everything, and then in the middle of all of it, my partner pops up and goes, we're engaged.
What do you mean? So he took that as a proposal?
Yes.
Did you mean it that way?
No.
So a typical man not listening properly. Well, it's worked out.
And did you feel, though, that he'd taken your moment away of you getting your proposal?
I didn't want to get married. I only said it to make her happy.
Oh, no. You should have whispered it.
She was dying. And I said, don't worry, one day. One day
we'll get married. And he's gone, oh, hang on, we're married.
Oh, no. Did you get engaged? Did you go ahead with it?
Yeah.
Oh, so I assume you're not together anymore.
No, we're not. But yeah, we did end up getting married. So, but it probably wasn't the order of events that you would normally do.
So how long did you last for?
It's been about 8 years.
Okay.
We were together 16. Together 16.
Yeah, substantial relationship.
Substantial.
Yeah, but note to self, whisper in a dying person's ear. Don't say it any louder than that.
We're engaged. Yay.
We're going to take more of your calls after the news. The Froposal.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Bingo, bango, ready to go?
So ready to go.
Okay, let's do it.
There's a Time article out about why women should propose.
Well, it's interesting that women don't. More women don't. Only 2% of straight women propose to their partners, despite the changes in our society in terms of women having economic freedom, social freedom. We're a different kind of women to the women of the past, and yet we still hold on to the fantasy of wanting the man to do the proposing. Mm-hmm. How would you feel, like, Brendan? Do you hold on to the masculinity? Is that the right word? Would you feel some of your power had been taken away if you didn't get to do the proposing?
It's not that. I think a man would think, oh, hang on a minute. Do I want to settle on this? Do you know what I mean?
You want to dictate the timing.
Well, you might think, hang on, I haven't made up I don't want to be told what to do. But when I look at, I've been married for how many years? 1,000. Mm. I remember when we were getting married, Helen told me, this is the ring we're getting, and we're kind of getting married, and this is where you'll propose to me. So in a way...
But you still gave her the moment of the proposal.
Yes. Which is
what I think women still crave, which is very interesting.
It was in a restaurant called Trawlers in Western Australia.
You can pick it.
Underneath a giant mural that Rolf Harris had done for the restaurant. I remember it so well.
I remember Harley coming over to the flat I was living in, and I was about to go away on a Beyond 2000 trip, and I was in a tracksuit, and he came to the door in a suit, and he had a bag with him. I said, are you all right? I thought, are you going, where are you off to? He said, I'll have to come inside. And then he got some carnations out of the bag and said, will you marry me? So I went and put on a bridesmaid's dress from when I'd been bridesmaid. We put the camera on the table to take self-timed photos of ourselves.
So that film didn't run on, did it, in case anything escalated?
Nothing escalated, Brendan. Not that I'm going to tell the likes of you. But
our readers want to know.
These are the stories that your proposal story, but it's so interesting that we still don't do it the other way around. So the tribal drum is beating for tales of the Froposal, the female proposal.
Jeff has joined us.
Hi, Jeff. Did you get proposed to?
Not quite, in an eccentric way.
Mm.
Now, my wife and I have known each other for 28 years. We've lived many lives between us in that time, and we got together about 8 years ago after kids and lives. And my wife recently launched her artist career. Now, she was planning ahead, as she does, and didn't want to start out her artist career under one name and then possibly change down the track.
Right.
And we'd already discussed marriage, saying, no, we've been married before, we're not going there, we're not having more kids and whatnot. But she wanted to change her name before being an artist, and she basically gave me an ultimatum of, if you can't give me a reason not to get married, we're going to get married.
And what did you say?
I said nothing. Her birthday came along right before Christmas. Her parents were visiting us for Christmas, after her birthday and Christmas. And I simply gave her a birthday card with the word yes written in it.
So that's...
And then you bought a ring, you did all the traditional things?
Yes. Yep. We went out and designed the ring, bought the ring and did all that. And ultimately, we were at the pub that we're going to actually have the wedding and everything at. I gave her the ring, the engagement ring, surprisingly, in front of our kids, and she sat there and said, well, still got to get down on bended knee and give me the ring.
Oh,
so she still wanted a bit of the tradition.
Yeah, so there's a bit of...
you've got to give me a good reason to not get married. Hallmark don't have that card.
Did you think of any reasons, Jeff, that you'd like to share?
No, I couldn't think of any reasons.
No, you're smart enough not to say them out loud.
Well, hang on, I've got a list here. Yeah. Thank you, Jeff. Sue's joined us as well.
Hi, Sue. Did you do the proposal?
I certainly did.
Mm-hmm.
We were at a waterfront restaurant with some friends, and they were taking a very long time to bring our food out. It turned out they'd forgotten our order. Anyway, we wandered out onto the balcony to have a smoke, as you did in those days, and watching all the craft bobbing around on the water, and I turned to him and said, oh, wouldn't it be nice to just sail away on your honeymoon for that? And I got some sort of answer. And I just turned around to him and said, will you marry me?
There you go.
And he said, yes, providing nobody knows. I thought, well, that was a quick reply, but how are we going to do this? Anyway, his 50th birthday was coming up, so obviously we were quite mature. And I said, well, why don't we do it as a surprise on your 50th, which is exactly what we did.
Why didn't he want anyone to know, Sue?
He's very shy and didn't want all the hoo-ha associated with a wedding.
Right, so if you hadn't proposed...
I'd already been there, done that twice before. So.
Right.
Yeah,
and
right.
if you hadn't proposed, he would not have?
I'm assuming not. We had been living together for a short period of time, but it just sort of came out.
Yeah.
And it was wonderful, to see the amazement on the family and extended family that were there for the occasion.
Yeah, and did he propose at the occasion?
Or did you just say we're engaged?
No, so you just said, right.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
Just kept quiet for the whole time, which was almost 12 months.
Yep.
And it was just a lovely night. And today is our 20th anniversary.
Oh,
happy
Sue,
anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
This is great.
Thank you.
And it formalises everything. It formalises everything.
It kind of does.
It does. It makes it official.
Yeah, and living together is one thing, but saying to your friends and family, this is how seriously we take this, feels different.
It's easier to say yes than no.
Oh, fair enough. And what was the phrase?
Pertinent.
Give me some excuses not to, or else we're getting married.
Yeah, give us some excuses not to.
Jonesy and Amanda. Sam Nation.
Podcast.
Let's get on down to the Jonesy and Amanda Arms for the pub test. Today, G-strings. Do they pass the pub test?
Now, you've worn a G-string, not in... I mean, do you ever wear them just at home?
Not for fun,
under
only
your
for
regular
business.
clothes. So you wore one when you did the full Monty?
The real full Monty. And I'd never worn one before, and they made one for all the guys. That was the last...
One size fits all?
No, we have custom-made ones, and they clipped from the side so that you could rip them off and throw them into the crowd.
How did you find the bit that went up your bum?
Well, I was quite surprised at how comfortable it was, and I said to a few of the chaps, I said, women whinge about these things all the time. Is it just me, or is this very comfortable?
And what did they say?
Brian Taylor, footy commentator Brian Taylor, former AFL player, he said, you know what, you're right. They are comfortable.
I was reading an article recently where, actually it's from a tweet, said that it's nightmare clothing. A G-string is a medieval torture device. This woman here is saying, I think people who find them uncomfortable jam them into their booty. I think people who find them comfortable have them essentially hover over the crack. How is that possible? A G-string isn't designed to hover over the crack. That means it's not working. I go through phases.
It's like a trip in a helicopter to the Grand Canyon.
Hovering over the crack, over the San Andreas Fault.
What about you?
I go through phases.
Here we go.
Sometimes I wear G-strings and sometimes I wear more comfortable clothes. I was brought up as a cotton towel girl. My mother said, and get a cotton gusset so you can breathe. And I thought, that's not where my mouth is. So the G-string, some days incredibly uncomfortable.
Yeah, but then some days it's not.
Yeah, but when it's uncomfortable, these women have all said you have to do the giant fish out.
Yeah, but
you have to go to the loo or go into a cupboard at work and try and get it out.
But it's a bit sexy. Do you feel sexy when you wear it?
No, I don't. I feel slightly uncomfortable. It's not.
So you don't feel sexy?
No, I don't feel sexy. Under your clothes, it doesn't make me feel sexy. Other women may say differently. I just like to be comfortable, Brendan. So we're going to put G-strings to the pub test. That's as simple as that. G-strings, do they pass the pub test?
We'd love to hear from you.
Jam Nation.
When it comes to accents, the Australian accent never rates very highly. I mean, on the romantic list in this same survey, the French accent, of course, topped everything. But on a list, and this is a list made by Americans, 1,000 Americans weighed in on their perceptions of different accents. They voted the Australian accent the most attractive, which in males and females, which is surprising, isn't it? You don't often hear that the Australian accent is listed as attractive.
I'm a bogan in Tasmania. I want to be the #1 bogan in Australia.
Congratulations, champ. I think you've done it.
We all sound like Chris Hemsworth and Kate Blanchett, don't we? Number 2 of the most attractive accents was Scottish. And I think a lot of this has to do with Outlander. I mean, the way that Jamie speaks to Claire, shall we say, is very attractive.
To bed or to sleep. Either way, you're unlikely to sleep in your corset, so I'll help you with the laces and such.
Yeah.
And such.
And such.
And what about and such?
That's how popular culture depicts a Scottish accent. But remember that guy we played yesterday, the guy who said, I'm sick of watching Pink spin around on a high wire? He's Scottish.
But guys, I really, as usual, hate to be a hater, and I'm sorry to any Pink fans, but Pink, get down.
Get down.
I'm not taking my corset off for him. You're all good at accents,
I'm
aren't you, Brendan?
Jonesy's
No,
world of
I'm being ironic.
What are you saying? You read
Try
the list
your
and
Australian.
G'day, mate.
Yeah. Okay, Scottish.
Get down.
English, this is the list. The third is London, the Londoner accent.
Pip, pip, old bean.
The Irish accent is number 4, the most attractive.
Irish, if you sure.
Okay. French is number 5.
Oui, oui.
Well, you're not giving us much. A bit of wee-wee.
Oui.
Number 6, Italian.
Hey, I want a spicy meatball.
I'm enjoying these stereotypes. Hey, this will get you. Welsh is the 7th.
Gotta go down mine, collect some corn.
Okay, thank you, Shirley Bassey. Brummie is number 8. That's from Birmingham.
She was a girl from Birmingham.
Do you want to try the least attractive accents?
Okay, yeah, I like this. It's fun.
I'm surprised at this. Well, this is Americans, remember?
Yeah.
So they voted themselves harshly. They said the New York accent was the least attractive.
I'm walking here.
Boston, number 2.
You're going down to Boston.
Okay. American Midwestern's number 3.
I got me an Idaho potato.
Canadian, number 4.
Brian Adams, eh?
Out in a boot. Number 5, American Southern.
I said, boy, I say.
Spanish, number 6.
Un momento, por favor.
German, number 7.
I will ask the questions.
And Yorkshire, number 8.
I think it might be Baby Spice.
Is she Yorkshire, you think?
I don't know.
Well, Brendan, the wheel of accents
Look
has
at
really
this.
come in handy.
Boom.
I don't know where accents end and you begin.
I think we've got another act for our show.
Oh, well, maybe we could do Brendan's wheel of accents.
Oh.
Jonesy and Amanda's Jam Nation
Podcast.
We're not gonna take it.
I want you to get up right now.
I feel like I'm taking crazy pills.
Go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell. I'm not gonna take this anymore.
Down to the Jonesy Demander Arms for the pub test today. G-strings. Did they pass the pub test? I'm not
Yes.
talking about for your guitar, because they certainly passed the pub test.
And don't
there.
wear them as underpants by mistake. I only did that once and I've lived to tell the tale. People commenting all sides of this debate. One woman was saying that if it's going up, right up your clacker, you're not wearing it correctly because it should just hover over the bottom, over the bum crack. I would say to you that that's not a successful G-string.
When I was on the Real Full Monty, I commented to the chaps because we had to wear a G-string, and I said, "Who else here finds this thing quite comfortable?" I thought that they were a torture device.
Yours were
I've been led
handmade.
to believe they're uncomfortable.
Yours were handmade and probably out of silk. If you regularly buy them at the shops, there are some of them that can dig right in and you spend the whole day doing the fish out.
You don't want to do the fish out. Or if you
Well-
wear it the wrong way.
Yeah. A friend of mine was a gym instructor and she said she looked down halfway through the day, the gusset was hanging out her pants. She had it on sideways.
Right.
Dreadful. So what's this piece of bunched material? Oh, that's my gusset. G-strings, do they pass the pub test?
No, I'm going to stick with my bloomers. I don't think it's very good for a grandmother to be in a G-string, so I'm sticking with me bloomers. They're comfortable. My husband would be horrified.
When I was younger, G-strings definitely passed the pub test because there was no VPL and it was what I needed. But as I became a mum and I grew up, I felt like bigger panties was what suited me more. So G-strings are great. They look very sexy, but depends what age you are.
No, coming from a woman who's pushed out 2 10-pound babies and had a hemorrhoid afterwards, nothing worse than wearing a G-string. Don't care how sexy it is, not a thing. It's not great.
Well, I would have to say pre-kids, yes. And then once you've had kids and you've worn those granny undies, you cannot go back. So no, right now they do not pass the pub test. You cannot get back into them.
I wear G-strings. I've worn them for decades. I wore them because I used to go pubbing, partying, dancing in tight clothes and didn't have enough room with my large ass and a pair of boxer shorts. 56 years old and I still wear a G-banger.
Good on him. I love that. That's great.
Wow.
You know how you said
Sort of a
women
bit of a cold
you know when you say
spoon.
women
Yeah.
are sexy when they wear one. I wonder how women feel when a guy takes his trousers off and he's got a G-string on.
Is that sexy?
I don't know.
Thank you for all your calls.
Jonesy and Amanda Jam Nation Podcast.
The Teacher's Pet has been an extraordinarily successful podcast, and of course it revolved around the case of the missing woman, Lynette Dawson.
Lynette Dawson was reported missing by her husband, former Newtown Jets rugby league star Chris Dawson.
I just want justice.
and I'd love her little girls to know she didn't leave them.
Well, this was the story. She disappeared in 1982, leaving behind 2 children and her husband, a former rugby league footballer. Her whereabouts has remained unknown, but 2 coronial inquests concluded that she had been murdered. It's extraordinary when you think that Chris Dawson was convicted just last year of her murder, sentenced to 24 years in prison, despite there being no physical evidence. They've never found the body of Lynette Dawson, which just shows you how overwhelming all the other circumstantial evidence was. And a lot of that is to do with this podcast. This podcast has had around 60 million downloads.
Wow.
It's reached number 1 on podcast charts in Australia, the UK, Canada and New Zealand. It's an extraordinary story.
And Chris Dawson still declares his innocence, doesn't he? He still says that he didn't do it.
Yeah.
And I remember a copper saying the most damning eyewitness is the perpetrator. So meaning a perpetrator will get a moment of conscience and they'll say, I did this. I did this. They're the most damning witness. So if a person is convinced that they didn't do it, they will never admit it.
Interesting. Well, this podcast, as we say, was hosted by award-winning journalist Hedley Thomas. He's now written a book that's going to give you a whole lot of other information about the case, and he's joining us next.
Jam Nation.
In 1982, Lynette Dawson vanished from her Northern Beaches home, leaving behind her 2 daughters and a mystery that would go on for decades. It took a podcast called The Teacher's Pet to spark a global interest in this case, which then led to her husband's conviction of murder. Well, now the creator and award-winning journalist of the podcast, Hedley Thomas, has released a book which takes us behind the scenes of one of the most intriguing and enduring murder mysteries of our time. Hedley, hi.
Hi, Amanda.
It's quite the book, though.
Oh, quite a story.
Subject.
I know. And is it fair to say if you hadn't created the podcast, Chris Dawson would be walking free today?
Look, it's one of those really big questions. I think Lynn's family certainly are certain of that. If you talk to police, they'd probably say, well, I reckon we would have got him anyway. I don't want to attempt to claim credit for it. I just know that we shone a very bright light on this case. We made a powerful difference, and it left the DPP with, I think, an opportunity to go forward, and they did eventually after many knockbacks by that same DPP.
Well, you started this podcast in 2018. How did you come across this case? It would have been a cold case by then. How did you find out about it?
I found out about it in 2001 when I was a features writer and I was in Brisbane. I wanted to understand more about it because in 2001 it was an inquest, the first inquest that was being held into her presumed death. And it was just so compelling. It gripped me. I went to Sydney in 2001, wrote about it then. And back then I thought I should do a book on this. But life got in the way. I got busy. My wife had another child and we were just so frantic with everything else, and the book went on hold. But then we get to late 2017 and everybody had started listening to podcasts, talking about podcasts, and I realised the story that I wanted to unpack much more fully years earlier I could do as a podcast investigation.
And it's a double-edged sword as well because legally there's so many how Chris Dawson could have got away with it because it was out there in the public forum.
Yeah, and we had to take enormous risks with the podcast, and we were effectively calling Chris Dawson out as a murderer who'd got away with a wife killing, and that took a lot of behind-the-scenes consultations, and our lawyers were a bit nervous, and editors too. But the book tries to unpack a lot of that detail. How we take on a major investigation like this and really push it to the limits.
So many people have listened to the podcast. What will we get from the book that we don't know already?
As Trent Dalton, my friend, the amazing author, said, if you think you know the story, think again. He's read it and he was blown away. It's a memoir of journalism, but it's also a very deep dive into all the things that I couldn't talk about during the podcast. There's so many interviews that I did, people I spoke to, information that I came across, that because of the pace that the podcast was going at, I didn't get a chance to properly reflect. And I also wanted to deal with some personal motives that I had for telling the story. And I'd never disclosed these before, and I wanted to do it in a thoughtful way, in a book, in a sensitive way, years later. So there's a lot of, I guess, vulnerability in there as well. But for people who appreciate journalism and appreciate how journalism can change things and affect the criminal justice system in a positive way, there's a lot to read.
One of your chapter titles has got some fruity language in it. What's that one about?
Oh, that's the one that says, Hedley, you're an effing wanker.
From your wife?
That comes from a quote from one of the Dawson brothers during a police telephone intercept. The telephone was being tapped during the podcast's rollout, and when the transcripts were released during the murder trial last year, the conversation between Chris and Paul became particularly colourful and angry when they were describing what they were hearing in my podcast, and I'd done a number of other interviews, television interviews and so on, where I had said that Chris Dawson should be prosecuted, that he almost certainly got away with murder, and of course they then were venting, and look, I don't blame them for being angry with me. I made their lives hell.
Well, yeah, they're not going to write a review for your book, I guess. Not a good one.
No, I wonder if Chris could get it though in Long Bay.
That'd make some nice light reading.
Wouldn't it just?
Yeah. Well, Hedley, it's great to talk to you. You can purchase The Teacher's Pet from all good bookstores.
It sounds extraordinary.
Hedley Thomas, thank you.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation
Podcast. Who said that? Who said that?
Jonesy and Amanda's.
Who said that?
This is exciting as evening with Jonesy and Amanda is coming up on the
Are you going to drink them too?
23rd of November. Yeah. It's us live on stage.
Yeah, we're going to be on a stage and everything. It's like a live stage show. I'm going to say it's a stage we're going through.
A lot of people will be saying, I hope
only.
that stage is out of here soon.
It's one night only. It's at the Sydney Coliseum Theatre. We've wanted to do this for a long time. Remember we wanted to do this and then, remember COVID?
Oh, yeah, that COVID
I know,
thing.
COVID's still hanging around, obviously, but COVID shut everything
and then
down.
it was
we didn't
good
get a chance.
because then we didn't have to do anything. Now we've actually got to do some sort of work.
But I want to do this. This is going to be fun. Tickets are on sale at tickettech.com.au. But every day this week you could win a double with us. There's going to be music. There's going to be a whole lot of stuff on the night. It's going to be a whole lot of fun.
We're going to play a game called Who Said Dat? Was it Jonesy or Amanda? Gem White Rye.
Yep.
You're going to read out some different quotes and you have to guess which one of us said
That's right. We've got a bunch of callers. The person who answers question 3 correctly wins the tickets.
Susan's in Menai. Hello, Susan.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Very well. We're kicking off with you. Over to you, Ryan. Give us the phrase.
When you're at a wedding or anything and a guy comes up to you in a kilt, you know, here's 20 minutes, I'm not going to get back.
Who said that? Was it me or was it Jonesy, Susan?
Oh, goodness me. I'm going to say it was Jonesy.
Let's see.
Do you know, whenever you're at a wedding or anything, a guy comes up to you in a kilt, you know, here's 20 minutes, I'm not going to get back.
Oh, Brendan!
It's true.
Brendan!
Because
$5
all you
for
women,
every time
you
I
women
said
don't
that.
see it. It's all spade work. Oh, what have you got on under there?
It's great. I love it.
Yeah, okay, mate. Keep it in Scotland.
Okay, here's question number 2, Susan. Who said this phrase?
I like booby.
Well, I can't imagine Amanda saying that, so I'm going to go with Jonesy.
Let's see. Could be something amazing or it could be just a booby prize.
I like booby.
Yes, you're right.
Come on.
It just sounds of me being outraged.
Well, you're doing well, Susan. You could win this.
That's right. You have to get this one right.
To be able to see you.
Okay, here we go. Question 3. Ryan.
Someone here has connected me to a whole lot of people and some of them are just Mr. Nuffy head job.
Crikey. Who said that? Was it Jonesy or was it me?
Nuffy head jobs. Now, would you say, I'd say Jonesy.
Oh.
Sorry,
No,
Susan.
Susan, you did so well.
It plays into Mel's hands from Oyster Bay. Hello, Mel.
Hello, how are we?
Very well. Let's hear the phrase again, Ryan.
Someone here has connected me to a whole lot of people and some of them are just Mr. Nuffy head job.
Was that when they set up your LinkedIn account?
Who said that, Mel?
I'm pretty sure it's you, Amanda.
Let's see. Who's connected me to a whole lot of people and some of them are just Mr. Nuffy head job. I don't even know what I was talking about.
Oh, I don't either.
But yes,
it doesn't matter.
Mel,
Congratulations
it's
to you,
you.
Mel. You've done it.
Congratulations.
I feel bad for Susan, but you won 2 tickets to an evening with Jonesy and Amanda.
Thank you.
Tickets are on sale now through Ticketek. An evening with Jonesy and Amanda, an iHeart Live radio event. Presented by Tower Tyre Power. Get the power of Australia's biggest independent tyre network. How good is that?
Can't wait to see you there, Mel.
Thank you. Can't wait to see you both too.
Fab.
Thank you, Mel.
You can get tickets through Ticketek as well, but you can win them this week with us.
Well, that's a little consolation to poor Sue. She was hoping to get them for free.
Jam Nation.
You know, we always say to the kids who are doing the HSC, relax, it doesn't matter, life is going to be great no matter what. But it can't take away the stress of what the days are like when you're doing those exams. I'm still right back in the drop zone of walking to school on the day of my first exam. Jim Rye was just saying the night before his exam was so stressful.
Yeah, I was having a breakdown.
Yeah, and we still remember it so keenly when you hear that other kids are doing it.
What did you get in your HSC?
I'll tell you off air.
Oh, you don't want to say? Amanda got 496 out of 500.
You added point every year, and I'm happy for it.
Out of 500.
Nerd.
That was back in the 70s. It was her and this young Indian guy.
What happened to him?
He's now a microsurgeon. He's stitching kids' hands back on.
Yeah, look at him.
And you're playing
I'm
in
doing
excess.
poo jokes. So, yes, the first exam is today, the English paper. Apparently, there's a black market. The black market Ritalin is being sold to kids. $2 for a pill. The lots of Ritalin aren't helping kids cram for exams. Don't do it. Don't buy that on the black market. If you hasn't been medicated, if your
Buy it
doctor
from
hasn't
us.
said
We
you
got
should
heaps
have
of
it,
it.
don't do it.
We got heaps of it here.
Oh, it's so hard. And one of the things also, I think, is that kids today, for example, have spent their whole high school doing their assignments, all of that, their test runs and everything on a computer. And today they have to do the biggest exams of their lives with handwriting.
Right.
I remember my kids practicing with a rubber ball in their hand because your hand gets exhausted.
Yeah.
So not only having to know the information, handwriting it when you're not used to handwriting, terrible. And the teacher's having to mark that.
Yeah, I watched my youngest use a pen. It's like he's a serial killer. He's got it in his fistics.
Was he cutting bits out from the newspaper like a ransom note?
Yeah.
So today we have the English paper.
English, yes.
We've got English studies. We've got classic Hebrew continuous.
Oh, right in my wheelhouse.
We've got tourism, travel and events.
Oh, what
I knew you'd say that.
What sort of piss HSC subject is that?
Having said that,
tourism, travel and
it's
events.
old people like you who think that, but shouldn't the exams be more geared to careers
What
and
about
life?
bricklaying or making cement? Making some mud. What about that? There should be making
There's also
cement.
Japanese beginners and Japanese continuous. So all these exams are on today.
And what about discovering yourself? And
See, Brendan, on one hand you say staying in school was of no use to you. On the other hand,
No, it was time for me to leave school.
So the teacher said, but practical things like tourism and travel, they're jobs. And you're saying you shouldn't study it. Saying you shouldn't study it.
I'm just playing into a stereotype of me, okay?
I wish you wouldn't. I wish you'd be the real you.
I am the real me. That is the real me. But just what is that job again? The one you were saying?
Tourism, travel and events.
It just sounds like,
that's not
you've got
basket
maths,
weaving.
You've got English.
Latin.
You've got Latin.
Practical to the end.
And then you've got tourism and events. Come on. That's what I'm just saying.
Well, good luck, everyone. If
Good
you're
luck.
doing tourism and events, Jonesy wishes you well.
You'll do very well.
And when you're
at it.
booking his holidays, send him to hell.
Jam Nation.
Everybody shout! Come on now, sing out! It's time for the ghoulies get together.
Picture yourself with a suitcase filled with $20,000.
Ooh.
I'm coming around now and I'm going to rob you of it. That's what we have on offer
Actually,
for
it
you.
wouldn't be a complete suitcase full. It's probably about that much.
Is that all?
Yeah, it wouldn't be much.
Wouldn't you have enough to roll around on a bed?
Oh, you could probably
if it was
spread
in
it out
coins.
on the bed. No one rolls around in coins.
$20,000, that's what we're offering for our favourite ghoulie of the year. What have we got?
What gets my ghoulies is when you go to the supermarket with your little pair of sandals on now that the weather is warmer, and while you're pushing around the trolley, you walk into the back wheel.
Yeah.
Ouch. 2 bruised toes.
Yeah.
That's what gets my ghoulies.
Yeah.
Keep your blunnies on.
That's our old mate left SAS Australia the other day.
Jason Ackermanis.
Yeah, 2
I was
bruised toes.
shopping with my sandals.
What else have we got?
What gets my ghoulies as a dedicated listener is that I can't understand the initial banter that's played at 6 o'clock. There's one particular part that sounds like working with flyer, And I listen every day to try and understand actually what's being said, and I can't work it out. That's what gets my ghoulies. This is an awesome show. Thank you.
Oh, she's talking about our opener, which I love. Our opener is the masthead of the show, and every part of that opener has been handpicked by me.
I know, it's getting longer and longer. It'll go till 9 o'clock.
It's like a wonder wall of just stuff.
Yeah. And the bit you're talking about...
Well, you picked this part. You found us this part.
I heard this woman. She was on a British baking show, and what she's actually saying is, I like baking and working with flour, but she sounds so weird.
People enjoys cooking.
I enjoy cooking, baking and stuff, working with flour.
I thought she was talking about bacon and flyers. I had no idea.
It's the Northern Irish accent.
Can we hear
so
one
attractive.
More time?
Yes.
People enjoys cooking.
I enjoy cooking, baking and stuff, working with flour.
So flour is flour.
It's worth setting your alarm for 6 o'clock just to hear our opener. So good. Out with the bad, in with the good. If you dipped out, doesn't matter. You can always contact us via the iHeartRadio app. It's 3 to 9.
Our favourite call, email, Facebook friend wins a double pass to see Dawn French. She's returning to the stage with her one-woman stand-up show playing at Sydney State Theatre in May. Tickets are on sale now at livenation.com.au.
You get a Jonesy and Amanda caricature for you to colour in and some stand-up, but no, you don't get that. That's for some dopes mucked this up. You get the key ring and the tea towel.
That's right.
Yeah.
A Time article was out yesterday suggesting more women should propose. Only 2% of straight women propose to men, even though life has changed so much in economically for women, for all those reasons, we still don't do it. Tribal Drum was bidding for Tales of the Female Proposal or the Froposal. And I think maybe this caller has proven why that stat is true.
I had a long-term relationship and my partner's mother was dying and we all went to the nursing home to say our goodbyes and whatnot. And I leant over and I said to her, goodbye, Pauline, and don't worry, one day we will get married. Unfortunately, she passed away and then we all went back to the house and making arrangements and everything. And then in the middle of all of it, my partner pops up and goes, we're engaged.
What do you mean? So he took that as a proposal?
Yes.
Did you mean it that way?
No.
She said she was just saying it to placate a dying woman.
And they were happily married for 8 years.
Yes.
Righto, you two. That's enough.
Ugly Phil's back with your chance to take one of WSFM's great escapes.
We'll be back from 6 tonight for Jam Nation.
See you then.
Good day to you.
Well, thank God that's over.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Wipe the tear, baby, dear, from your eye.
Catch Jonesy and Amanda's podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
One swallow, ching, cheerio, ching, ching, goodbye.
Jonesy and Amanda's Jam Nation podcast.
Catch up on what you've missed on the free iHeartRadio app.